Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm in the shed here with the two Massies this morning, but the 135 is going to be on the move. I need to take off the fertilizer spreader and put on the muck spreader because I need to tackle that pile out there this morning. When you see the muck spreader, do not judge me. I would never usually leave equipment in the state that I left that, but in my head, the last time I was using it was with the Everrun loader, and I thought, oh sure, I'll have a front loader on the 390 in no time, so I'll get rid of the rest of the pile. But as you can see, there is no front loader on the 390 yet, so I am just going to do it by hand today because I've been kind of waiting to do it, and it's just getting in the way when there's people coming to collect cattle or anything. They have to drive over some of it and it's dragging it out onto the concrete and things, and I'm sick of looking at it, so I'm just going to get a bit of exercise in today now, see how much I can get done, but it will probably be over a couple of days, if not weeks, realistically. And then out there you probably saw the wrap for the silage, so I think I'll probably just get rid of that as well. We'll put it into the trailer. The problem with the trailer is I have a whole load of firewood outside the shed above, so I can't swing out of that shed with the trailer. It's all very tight up there. So myself and Dad are going to tackle that one day. We'll go up with 2 wheelbarrows. Dad will be filling while I'm emptying into the shed, but yeah, we might get that done, hoping to get that done as well. So look, I will crack on anyway, give you a look at what I'm doing, and honestly, don't be shocked at the state of the muck spreader. It's so bad. Now I am down here spreading in the same field that I always do the dung spreading in. Some people might remember my previous videos where I started on that far ditch over there, and now I've made my way all the way over here and I'm practically at the other side of the field. This is pretty much the last place that I really want to concentrate on. I'd say another 2 or 3 loads in here would do it good. Now ideally I'd probably need another 20 loads, but that's not going to happen. But I hope people can just see the difference even in the colour of this field. When I started spreading the dung on this field, I was very skeptical. Dad was like, just spread it, wait until you see you'll get more grass. And I was like, how am I going to get grass out of dung? I don't get it. If there's no grass already there, how am I going to get grass now? But the difference, this whole place was just kind of taken over with rushes and moss and just barren ground. Like there was nothing on it. So I was skeptical, but I think you can see the difference in colour there behind us now. It has been topped, it has gotten slurry, and now it's getting the dung. So we are doing our best to bring it to a decent state. And I know a lot of people will say, just spray the rushes, just spray the rushes. I have plans for here. It does involve a bit of spraying, but it involves other things as well. It won't be done this year. It probably won't be done next year, but it is on the agenda at some stage. But I'm really, really happy with the way this place is. When even at the start, when I started farming about 5 years ago, I used to always bring the bad silage in here just in the transport box, tip it out and try and fling as much as I could with the pike. Utter hardship. But the amount of grass that is coming up in between the rushes now, I think the topping has a lot to do with that as well. But still, it's made a massive difference to this field. It's still our worst field, but it has made a massive difference to it. And we do see it in the amount of time that the cattle get out of here. And that's what it's all about, really, to be honest. So look, I'll spread another load or 2 in here, and then I'm going to go down to the other field and spread some more there. Hopefully today. I'll see how I go. Dad was on, he wants me to do a job with him, so I'll have to see if I get time today, but it'll be done at some stage this week anyway. And I'll talk you through the plans that we have for down there as well, maybe next year if we can. Now, I haven't made a dent in the dung, but I need to move the cattle down to the others, so we'll do that, and I'll probably have to leave the rest of the dung for another day, but we will come back to it. They're all here ready to go except for Pippi. As usual, I'll have to go up and get her. Come away from behind the gate, come on. Eager beavers, which is how we like to have them. Where's Pippi? There, okay, I'll get her. There she goes, flying it now. Not a bother to her. Come on, up, 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 everyone. Good girl, Pip. Why is everyone turning around? Come on, up, up, up. Up, up, up. Come on, Julia, come on. Up, 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 up. Come on, up, 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 up. Up! Come on, Sheehan, or you're going to be left behind. Up! Up! Come on, everyone. I'll go in the middle of you, so... Come on, boys. Up! 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 Good girls. Mind the fence! Sheepers! Come on, up! I'm literally in the middle of them. Come on, you two. Come on, up, up, up. Up! Up. Surprise, surprise, the yearlings have headed straight for the reseed. Guys, don't be doing that in there. All of them. Yeah. And the calf copying them. Guys, okay now. This is a bit ridiculous. Come on, Norma. You're the smart one. You come with me now. Good girl. Jewels in the box. Now that was a fairly straightforward move anyway. They came down, not a bother, especially when they heard the cows bellowing. Went a bit wild all right for a minute, but that's okay when they're in the field. But we're straight down to the end of this field now. Sorry about the wind. And we'll work our way back up. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in a previous video, but we got a lovely letter there 2 weeks ago to say we have to test again. So we'll be TB testing there in 10 days. So we're just going to work them from the end up to the top, and we're hoping to leave them out again in between the test and the reading. So we're thinking if we have them at the top of this field, then it'll just be handy to bring them up on the day of the reading or the day before. So they'll start down here. This field was not used for years. It's been a work in progress now for the past 3 or 4 years. I might have mentioned it before, the small square field. But they wouldn't put their heads down in here 4 years ago. And look at that nice green grass there now. It's great to see it, just constant topping, bit of fertilizer, bit of lime, and it's made the world of difference in here. So they're happy out. But anyway, that is me done for down here, and we'll get some more dung spreading done. So I'm just down here for my second evening of spreading the muck, and I apologise if it's windy, but I don't have the mics. But I just wanted to show you something. So a lot of you will know that my dad is in a wheelchair. But yesterday he saw me kind of struggling with the pile because it's quite, you know, compacted and rotted down now, so it's difficult to pull the muck out. So he was down here today in the wheelchair, loosening out bits for me, and he rang me and he said, I tried to loosen a bit but I didn't do very well, but he still made a pile there for me. So yeah, if ever you feel you can't do something, like, I don't even know how he got into the pile in the wheelchair, to be honest, because he has no feeling from the chest down. Yeah, impressive, I must say. So I better get on with it now and throw it out. Now I am nearly done with it, just to give you an idea of where it was out as far as, and now I just have this here. So I'd say 2 runs to do it. So make your guesses at how many runs it took to get rid of the whole lot, and I'll let you know now when I'm done, because I don't want to say the amount before I'm finished. But have a guess there in the comments if you want, and we'll see if you're right or wrong. And before anybody says it, I could get a bigger dung spreader for the 390, but I'm not made of money. So, and you know what, the 135 is so economical on fuel. I checked the tank there, it's burned nothing. So this is a handy little setup for me anyway. Yeah, so I'll finish it off now anyway. Now I hope it's not too windy, but my final 2 loads turned into 3.5 loads. But look, the job is done. The spreader is fairly empty. It cleaned it out a decent amount in the end. So I'm just going to go up now, half fill it with water. I'll power wash it, half fill it with water, and then empty it into the field beside the house, because it will do something for the grass there anyway. And then I'll finish it off with the power washer and put it away. My biggest problem now is where am I going to put it, because my Nana hates seeing it from her window, and that's where I had it parked over the summer, but I don't have anywhere else to put it. So maybe when I have it all nice and cleaned, she won't mind it, because I have nowhere else to put it, but I don't want my Nana giving out to me either. So, but anyway, I will show you what we have done. So you can see there behind me that it's all spread. I did a small bit there as well beyond that mountain ash tree. I just did one run of that because the stream is down there and I just didn't obviously want to be going anywhere near the water. And I've done all around here. I'm kind of standing in the middle of it, and I've done over to that tree over there, and a bit coming down the hill as well, just because I ran out of space to do it here and I didn't want to be driving over what I had already done really. So why down here? Myself and Dad were down here the last day bringing the cattle down, I assume, I can't remember, but we were looking at this, and to my surprise my dad actually said, you know what, that is actually a bit of a waste of ground down there. The big problem down here is it's so uneven. Everything down here is uneven. There's just banks for no reason. I don't know if you can see it right where I'm pointing, and I swear I can see a ragwort. I'm going to have to go over and get that. But it's just there behind that mountain ash tree. There's just a little bank there. Very dangerous if you're in a tractor. You'd want to be watching where you're going. And then over here, you can see a small bank just here, and then you've got a big bank further back. That's actually a big old turf bank, so we're not planning on touching that. But hopefully for the rest of it, we'll get a digger down, we'll level it all off, and we'll do a bit of reseeding and try and get a bit of ground back in here. Now that mightn't be done next year, it might be the year after. We'll have to see how things go, how prices go of course, and we'll get what we can done, but we already have some reseeding that takes priority over this really, to be honest. But if the rest of this was done as well as the reseed we did earlier, I mean, just making life easier, and that's what I'm always talking about, making life easier. You can bring them down here for the summer and you can nearly forget about them for a few weeks. Just come down, have the chats with them and leave them at it. So hopefully we'll get it done, but sure, look, you'll be the first to see anyway if we do get it done. On the amount of loads, I almost forgot. 21 loads it took. 20.5 loads it took to do this area. And I know some people are probably saying that is madness, but as I said, that 135 just does not drink any diesel whatsoever. And you know what? I was happy out doing 4 or 5 loads every evening. We had a beautiful week here of nice skies and everything, so it was fine. Everyone always asks how long it takes to fill it. It takes about 5 minutes to fill, and it takes about 40 to 50 seconds to empty it. So that's how long it all takes. But yeah, grand bit of physical work done now for this week. But I'll go up, clean it out, put it away, and I'd say the next thing I'll come back with after that then will be myself and Dad trying to tackle the wood in an attempt to get that trailer out. And you can be sure I've forgotten how to drive a trailer, because it has been a year, almost to the day I'd say, since I drove that trailer last. So we'll see how that goes as well. Well, unfortunately, the firewood defeated us. Now, it actually defeated me more so than Dad, I would say. My back just couldn't take any more, and it was so warm and humid when we were doing it as well. And look at me now, I'm in a jumper today. But Dad could have kept going. I just don't know where he gets the energy. But yeah, I had to call it a day. In fairness though, we got a good bit done. I mean, all of that was all timber, so we've done enough anyway to allow me to swing out with the trailer, so that's the main thing. I've pretty much run out of space in the shed as well, which really kind of slowed things down, so I'm just going to build a wall up in front of the two cubicles that I filled, and then Dad said if I just bring out a pallet, he'll stack the remainder on that, and we'll cover it over and just keep it as dry as we can for the winter, and we'll get it in here then next year hopefully. So yeah, it was tough work, but it's done. Now another thing unfortunately I'm not going to get to in this video, because I have to get this video edited and out, is the trailer on the 135. It's just not going to happen, to be honest. I am up the walls with work this week because of two things. One thing, we are testing later on in the week, so I have to take an extra day off work to do that. And then second of all, I'm finishing up for 2 weeks holidays, so it's always a bit of a mad rush before that just to tie up any loose ends. So hopefully now for my next video I'll get the trailer into that one. It will be the testing video, but I'll be editing that one from probably beside a pool in Greece is the plan anyway. I will also be going to the ploughing, but I'm only going to the ploughing on Tuesday this year because of my holiday. So look, I'm happy enough to forfeit a couple of days up there to head off to Greece anyway. But look, hopefully I'll be going with good news and we'll go with an all clear TB test, but sure, look, we'll find out in the next video, I suppose. But hopefully you enjoyed the bit of muck spreading and things in this one, and as always, thank you for watching. If you did like it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.